Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss about class 11 sets chapters, and the topic is practical problems on sets, especially practical problems on union and intersection of sets. So without any further delay, let's get started. So sets is the chapter, and I'm going to do some of the questions from NCERT first, and then some of the questions from outside NCERT and the examples on it. So the first question that I am choosing, that is from exercise 1.6, NCERT exercise 1.6, question number 2. You can see the question on the screen, whereas I am reading also. If x and y are two sets such that x union y has 18 elements, x has 8 elements and y has 15 elements, how many elements does x intersection y have? Okay, so this particular questions you can do just with the help of Venn diagram very easily. Okay, so first we will be drawing the universal set, that is U, and I am drawing two sets x and y because these are two sets. Okay, so x and y, these two are two sets. Now according to the question, x union y, that means the whole. Okay, the whole x union y, it has 18 elements. That means n of x union y is equals to 18. This is given in the question. Simply n of x, that means the number of elements in the set x is 8 and number of elements in the set y is equals to 15. These three conditions are given in the question. What we have to find out? We have to find out n of x intersection y. Now here it comes. Why I told you to use Venn diagram? Because if you are using Venn diagram, then it will be very easy to understand, and it is very easy to implement also. Now look at the Venn diagram, and I am rubbing the Venn diagrams, this messy part, so that you can understand it better. X, Y. Okay, I am just shading its intersection part. This part is the intersection, that means the common part. We can say that this is x intersection y part. Okay, now you can see from this that n of x union y is actually equal to n of x plus n of y minus n of x intersection y. Okay, now this particular formula, n of x union y is equals to n of x plus n of y minus n of x intersection y. This formula I have already done in the previous session. If you want to check it, you can go to the description box and links will be given over there. So you can go and click on it. Okay. Now from this formula, what we can write? We can directly write that this one is 18. It is given in the question. N of x is given as 8. N of y is given as 15. And we need to find out n of x intersection y. Okay, n of x intersection y. So this is unknown. We are keeping it like this. Now n of x intersection y, from this equation we can write it will be 8 plus 15 means 23 minus 18. So ultimately we are getting it as 5. Okay. So we have got our answer, and the question was how many elements does X intersection Y have? So the answer will be, the answer is 5 elements are there in X intersection Y. Now I am going to do question number 7 of exercise 1.6. Question number 7. Okay. Question number 7, again the question will be on your screen and I am reading it from my book. In a group of 65 people, so total 65 people, 40 like cricket, 10 like both cricket and tennis. How many like tennis only and not cricket? How many like tennis? The first one we are thinking, how many like tennis only, not cricket? Okay, that means what? I am using two sets just to represent this number of people or the persons who like cricket and who like tennis. Okay, and with the Venn diagram I am representing it. So again, this is universal set. I am taking the set A, okay, and set B like this. A represent the set where the persons are there those who like cricket, and B is the set consisting of those persons who like tennis. Right? Now you all know that there is a portion A minus B and there is a portion B minus A. We have already discussed about it in our previous session. So if you have missed the previous sessions, you can go to the description box. Again, links will be given over there. So this is A minus B, this is B minus A, and this shaded part is the common part, that is A intersection B. Now here is the main concept lying with it. Okay, 65 people, that means this 65 is equals to n of A union B. 65 people means number of A union B. Okay, next is 40 like cricket. 40 like cricket means n of A is equals to 40. N of A equals to 40. Then 10 like both cricket and tennis. So n of A intersection B is equals to 10. Okay, look at this part. This is the whole A, that means this whole A consisting of 40 members, and only this common part consisting of 10 members. That means how many members will be there in this white part? Means A minus B set. So what will be the number of elements in the set A minus B? A minus B will be 30. Quite simple, because total is 40, the common part is 10, so it will be 30. Simple. Now this A minus B is the set consisting of those persons who like cricket only, not tennis. But in the question we have to find out this part, B minus A. So B minus A, very simple, because we have got this part as 30, we have got this part as 10, and the total is 65. Total is 65. That means what will be here in the white part b minus a. Very simple. I'm just writing it again. N of a union b is equals to n of a minus b plus n of a intersection b plus n of b minus a. Okay, this one is 65. Let me write it here, would be better. 65, this one is 65, this one we have got 30, this one it is given in the question as 10, and this one we need to find out. So it's n of b minus a. That means we are getting n of b minus a is equals to 65 minus 40, that is 25. That means we can say as the answer that 25 people are there who like tennis but not cricket. Who like tennis but not cricket. I am drawing the figure over here so that you can understand. This part we need to find out. Only this carved part. This part. Okay. Like the moon. This part. This part is 25. Okay. So this is the first question's answer. Now the second question is that how many like tennis? When we are asking that how many like tennis, that means we have to find out n of b. Now we have found n of b minus a, and the next time we have to find out n of b. Now n of b is very simple. N of b means this n of b minus a plus n of a intersection b. N of b minus a we have got 25. N of a intersection b already given as 10 in the question, so ultimately 35. So this is the first answer and this one is the second answer of this particular question. Okay, I hope you all have understood it. It's very simple, and this is the common process for maximum these type of questions. Now before we go to the next question, I just want to write an extension of the formula. That is, the formula you all know, A union B, number of A union B is equals to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. This already we have discussed. Now just to take its extension, that means we will be now doing with 3 sets, that is n of A union B union C is equals to n of A plus n of B plus n of C minus n of A intersection B minus n of B intersection C minus n of C intersection A plus n of A intersection B intersection C. Okay, now this also can be very easily proved by Venn diagram. So proving this, obviously this proof is there in NCERT book, so you can just open the book and you can go through. It's very simple, but still I would prefer you to do by your own. Just do this by using Venn diagram, and this is super easy. There is no problem with it. So there will be some problems, practical problems based on 3 sets. Okay, so we will be choosing this type of one question where 3 sets will be there. The question again will be there on your screen. I am just reading it from my book. From 50 students taking examination in mathematics, physics and chemistry, each of the student has passed in at least one of the subjects. 37 passed mathematics, 24 physics, 43 chemistry. At most 19 passed mathematics and physics, at most 29 mathematics and chemistry and at most 20 physics and chemistry. What is the largest possible number that could have passed all the 3 examinations? What you have to do? You have to use this particular formula for this. Okay, so we will be assuming the sets for regarding mathematics, physics and chemistry. So let M is the set of the students who passed mathematics. So set of all who passed maths. P is the set of all students who passed physics and then chemistry. So C is the set of all who passed chemistry. Now according to the question, what are given? According to the question, number of M union P union C equals to 50, because there are total number of students is 50, that means their union will be 50. So number of M union P union C equals to 50. Okay. Now in the question it is given that 37 passed mathematics, 24 passed physics and 43 passed chemistry. That means we can say N of M equals to 37, N of P equals to 24 and N of C equals to 43. Another thing given that at most 19 passed mathematics and physics. Mathematics and physics, that means their intersection. Okay, and at most. It is not exact number given, it is given at most. At most means that's the maximum. Okay, so N of M intersection P less equals to 19. Then at most 29 mathematics and chemistry. So N of M intersection C less equals to 29 and N of P intersection C physics and chemistry less equals to 20. So these are the given conditions based on which we will be proceeding further. Now we have to find out what is the largest possible number that could have passed all the 3 examinations. That means what we have to find out? We have to find out the largest possible, that means the greatest value of N of M intersection P intersection C. Now you can relate to the formula that I just wrote and I erased it because of the shortage of space. That in that formula, except this, everything we know, right? Except this we know everything. So we will go to the formula directly. For that I am rubbing this part. Formula is, you all know, I am just writing its values. This one 50. Now I am not giving equal sign and everything. That I am discussing later. Why I am not giving the sign now? I am just putting the values in place of them. So N of M is 37 plus N of P 24 plus 43. These 3 are straightforward given conditions. Now this one, look at this. Only this I am doing, other 2 will be similar. This one is less equals to minus 19. That means if we are just giving a minus sign here, then for inequality the sign will be changed and minus will be here also. So for again I'm repeating, for inequality, this is not equation. These are inequations. These three are inequations. These four are equations, or you can say equality. And its characteristics of inequality, that if we are introducing negative sign, then the inequality sign will be changed. Okay, so we have got minus of n of m intersection p greater or equals to minus of 19. Similarly for these two also, so we can write minus 19 minus 29 minus 20 plus n of m intersection p intersection c. Now these are equal, so the sign here doesn't depend on these equal signs. The sign here is depending on the inequality sign that we are taking for these three expressions. So this is minus greater equals to minus 29. This is also minus greater equals to minus 20. That means the sign here will be greater equal. Okay. Now from this inequation, we can directly find out the possible values of this. How? This is 50 minus whatever here. Okay. Greater equals to n of m intersection p intersection c. So this value I have to calculate. I am calculating it. This value is 36. The whole value is 36. So it's 50 minus 36 greater equals to n of m intersection p intersection c. From this we can write down, just taking it left hand side like this, less equals to 14. Okay, less equals to 14. I wrote it wrong here. This will be less equals to. Please rectify it. Less equals to, because we have to find out the largest possible. Okay, I wrote it wrong. Again I am telling, this one you please rectify. This I wrote it wrong. This will be less equals to. Okay, so m intersection p intersection c less equals to 14. That means 14 is the greatest value of number of these sets elements. Okay, and that's the answer. The question I am repeating again, what is the largest possible number that could have passed all the three examinations? So we will write the answer in the same way, that therefore the largest possible number that could have passed all the three examinations is 14, because n of m intersection p intersection c less equals to 14. This particular question I have chosen from NCERT Exemplar, and this is a very important question. So I hope you all have understood this particular question, and this is all about today's session, students. I hope you have got the clear idea what I wanted to teach you. Now we will meet in the next session. Till then, be safe, be healthy, and bye bye.